And I want to talk about Miss Marvel, which is just a wonderful comic book.
Yeah.
And so this is Kamala Khan, is that? And she is the first Muslim American comic book hero.
Will that encourage you to do the Miss Marvel, the Muslim superhero?
We're doing Captain Marvel right now. Captain Marvel's shooting right now with Brie Larson. Miss Marvel, which is another character in the comic books, the Muslim hero who was inspired by Captain Marvel, is definitely sort of in the works. We have plans for that once we've introduced Captain Marvel.
Something is in the works for Kamala Khan, aka Ms. Marvel, and actors Mindy Kaling and Riz Ahmed are ready to get involved.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Shabaz and this is Shabaz Safe. So the reason I didn't put a video up last weekend was because I was babysitting, and plus I went to go see the new Avengers film. Now, oh my god, it's amazing. So first things first, I do need to say there may be spoilers in this video. So if you're watching this and you've not seen Avengers, I don't know why you've not seen it. It's been a week, you've had plenty of time. And if you're someone who thinks, you know what, I'm not interested in Avengers, you know, you get those group of people that I don't even like the Avengers, I don't even understand the Avengers, oh my god, what's the hype around Avengers? It is a good film, you know, the MCU, Marvel Universe is doing fantastic, but I still feel like we're massively underrepresented. And when I say we, I mean South Asians, or you know, the Asians in general. I guess Chinese people, Japanese people, massively underrepresented. There are parts but not major parts, and it's always been something I've been massively interested in, especially talking about representation in the media and growing up role models, etc. And a lot of children are growing up watching the Avengers. I grew up watching superhero movies, I grew up watching Harry Potter, and again, films like that never really had a massive representation. Now, there are so many arguments around this, because there'll be people that will say, oh, why do we need it? Oh, it's PC gone mad. Oh, the world's just obsessed with, you know, things like that. I'm not arguing with anyone about it. I'm just making a point that we are moving towards, like, Black Panther had an all-black cast, you know, very, very celebrated, and it's the reason it's done so well, and the reason why people have hyped it up so much is because it really shows, you know, African culture for its true authenticity and like its real vibe. You get a real sort of African vibe from it, and I feel like I'm not asking by any means of a full film based on just South Asia, because I just don't think we're ready yet. I genuinely do not think. I think Black Panther world was ready for it. I just don't think the audience will necessarily take on board, and I guess even the directors and the filmmakers and whatever will not see an Asian superhero as someone that necessarily rake in the big box. So I guess it's not going to happen anytime soon. However, as the years have gone on, there still isn't a superhero that I look up to and I think, oh my god, the person's like me, like, or they look like me. Like in Deadpool, you know, the only Asian person in Deadpool is a taxi driver, you know, and he's a stereotypical accent Indian taxi driver. I need to bring up Riz Ahmed at the moment, because Riz Ahmed is really cracking through, and I call it like brown ceiling, but he's really cracking through it. And he's managing to, like, he's in one of the biggest movies, obviously going to be Venom. It's a massive film, and he's been cast as a white person. Carlton Drake he's playing apparently, and this guy, if you look at the comics, he was white. Now there's a massive drama, and I guess the backlash is always that, oh, why have they cast this Asian person to play this white person? There's always going to be people that will argue, saying, why have you done that? Oh, the world's gone mad, PC mad, and all that. To me personally, and this is just my own opinion on the matter, is I do think we do need it. I think we need to be able to see superheroes, because at the end of the day, when these superheroes were first made, the likes of Iron Man, the likes of Thor, the likes of all the ones that they've used in the films at the moment, okay, they might have been cast as white men, but that's probably because back in the day, they wouldn't make magazines for black people, they wouldn't make magazines for Asian people, they wouldn't make magazines for like other ethnicities. It was mainly white, and that's the way the world ran. But the world doesn't run like that anymore. We mix, we're diverse. We don't live in a world where there's segregation and we're producing magazines or films only for a white audience. We are producing for a massive audience. So my point was basically just sort of saying that, well, why don't we cast a new superhero as an Asian woman, or as a you know, an Asian character? Like, you don't necessarily have to harp on the fact that they're Asian. You don't have to necessarily give them an accent. You don't have to do all that, but you can just still give them the role. There's so many Asian actors that could take on the role of this superhero and be in this big budget film like the Avengers. And like, we've had superheroes, like Iron Man wasn't that popular. They kind of gave it Robert Downey Jr. and Robert Downey Jr. is taking it to where it is, and I understand that that's what's happened. And I'm not saying make a film solely based on one Asian character and the entire film should be called like the Asian Avenger or something, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not asking for that. I'm just saying a Scarlet Witch could have been an Asian woman playing Scarlet Witch. I mean, any of the X-Men could be played by an Asian person, an Asian man or a woman playing that role. I just don't know why that's a problem. So obviously Riz Ahmed's playing Carlton Drake. He's cast in a massive movie, and you know, he's playing the main bad guy, which fine, fair enough. At least he's in the film. Like, I applaud him because he is good and he is doing his thing, and he's the one face on there that's doing his part. But he's the only representation we have at the moment of like a Pakistani Muslim British person, and it's just fantastic to see him doing so well. Like Hollywood, Star Wars, and now in Venom, you know, he's doing well. But I just feel like there's so many other people, there's so many young up and coming actors, and I'm sure there's loads of actors coming up into the system where that want the break or need the break. So Marvel are really good at creating diverse characters, especially with their comic books. They've done an amazing thing with their comic books where they've introduced like so many diverse range of characters. Like, there's characters like are Muslim, there's characters that are like are Pakistani, there's just hundreds of different characters, and I feel like we can merge them into the movie. We've had X-Men movies, like for example Dust is one of the X-Men. She joined the X-Men. She was friends with Jean Grey. Jean Grey is obviously the Phoenix, and she's going to be in a new film. I think Sophie Turner played her in the current last X-Men Apocalypse. I think they're doing like an origin story for her, a Dark Phoenix origin story, and I just feel like there is room to put Dust in there, because Dust in the comic books was friends and they kind of met each other. So why can't we have these type of X-Men sort of merging in there? You have the new Captain Marvel film coming out. The recent thing that Marvel did was have its own comic book hero named Kamala Khan, and Kamala Khan, she's a teenage Pakistani American. She took the sort of Ms. Marvel title from Carol Danvers. She's got shape-shifting and she's got healing factor, and she's a young girl, she's Muslim, she's Pakistani. So there's a character, so they've created this character. Where do we see her in the films? Why can't we see her in the film? They've got Dr. Faiza Hussein. She's a British Muslim character, female Muslim character, and she has the ability to sort of take living things apart. So there are characters, and like Marvel and DC have created diverse characters in their comic books. We're just not seeing them translated on the big screen, and the shame is that we are coming to a day and age where we've got teenage boys and girls growing up that are not really seeing themselves being represented. So and it's sad, because what recently was it, Marvel's vice president of sales said that having diverse characters is driving down the sales, and like the sales people aren't buying enough comics anymore because apparently there's too many diverse characters, there's too many females, or there's too many characters of ethnic minorities and stuff, and it's just a little sad to think of that. It's a little sad to think that somebody's blaming the lack of sales on diversity. It's just stupid. We saw the sales of any character that was diverse, any character that was new, our female characters, anything that was not core Marvel character, people were turning their nose up against. This was difficult for us because we had a lot of fresh, new, exciting ideas that we're trying to get out, and nothing new really worked. I don't know, I guess I don't know where we're gonna go, because I guess Marvel's probably thinking, not wanting to take the risk. But now that Fox has been bought out by Disney, all of the X-Men come back into the MCU, so we should hopefully start to see a lot more diversity with our characters, and I just hope for that. I know it sounds really wishy-washy, and I probably haven't articulated what I mean as well as I would like to, but what I'm trying to get at is the fact that we just need more representation, especially for females. I think especially for female representation, we need a lot more. We need to be able to see sort of real Asians or Arabs or, you know, South Asians just on screen, because children are growing up and they need to be able to look at their superheroes and think, wow, there's a superhero that's got the same skin color as me, or, you know, is from the same background as me, or is doing well, or even an actor that's doing really well in the industry. It's just, how would it have hurt anyone if one of the Avengers was cast as an Asian person? I guess even if you don't want the main Avengers, how about someone helping the Avengers? There would have been nothing wrong with some of the lesser known actors that have played some of the roles, for them to have been cast a bit more diverse. I don't know, it is what it is. I'm not by no means accusing like Marvel of not being diverse enough or whatever. I'm just saying that I just would like to see more Asian characters, or more representation of like Asian, South Asian characters. Marvel, if you're watching this and you know you need somebody to play in one of the Asian superheroes, I do not mind. I'm volunteering myself for that role. I mean, I'm not a trained actor or anything, but I can learn. So thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you give me a massive thumbs up. Don't forget to give me a comment in the comment section, and do not forget to hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already hit it and you're new to my channel, then hit the subscribe button, turn the bell notification, hit the bell notification so then you know when I upload your videos. I always upload every Sunday. Occasionally I might not upload one week, but I do try to upload every Sunday. That's about it really. If you do have any ideas for any videos, do let me know. I wanted to do a video where I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to say it, I'm going to be roasting some YouTubers. So if you fancy sending in some YouTubers, just comment down below if you want me to roast your favourite YouTuber, and we'll see what I have to say about that. Anyway, have a nice week. I shall see you next week. Thank you. Oh God, it's so hot. Someone turn a fan on. Where's the fan? Oh.